All right, we are live. It's Thursday, October 9th, and we're talking MMA on the Spin and Backfist MMA show. It is Robbie Fox, Jack Mack, and Big Ev here, of course, presented by Barstool Sports and one of our favorite sponsors, a sponsor we will, of course, be using this weekend. That is DraftKings. Let me get the graphic up on the screen for you now so you can see. DraftKings is the best. They're the official sports betting partner of Barstool Sports, the NFL, the NBA, friggin' UFC, of course. But we're talking NFL today. NFL fans, what's your favorite touchdown? There's 100 years of touchdowns to pick from. For me, it's the next one, because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NFL right to your fingertips, from the first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props, or the thrill of live in-game betting. Every snap is loaded with opportunity. Here's the best part. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Your team hitting pay dirt pays out to you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BACKFIST, BACKFIST. That's code BACKFIST to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. There you go. DraftKings, the best.
Shout out DraftKings, as always.
We'll be using them for UFC, the fights this weekend, and college football, NFL. All that.
NHL's back. NBA will be back before we know it.
Is LSU going to win this weekend? Well, I'm going to LSU tomorrow for a Pub Punk show.
I think they should win. I think it's going to be close, but I think they should win. They're better. I think South Carolina kind of stinks.
All right, good.
But the Sellers is good.
Got to fire up LSU tomorrow. Shout out everyone in the chat. Mitt Romney in the chat. Abraham in the chat. Vince in the chat. Jack Gold finally catching the show live again. Let's go.
Let's go, Jack.
Appreciate everyone in the chat checking in. Hell of a card this past weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Poatan champ again.
I mean, Ev and I got to watch it together, but oh my God, what a moment. It just felt, and we were saying he was on his front foot, and we were like, oh my God, he's going for it.
Yeah.
And then he just kept going for it. And we were like, oh, Ank may be able to throw back. This fight is not going the distance. And then it barely went a minute. And what a moment. Truly one of the best moments of the year and of the past, I think, since past decade or so of the UFC.
Now we're hearing a lot about the rib injury. Seems like it was real.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, but it just feels like weird because it's almost like I don't know if deja vu is the right term, but it was like the inverse of the last time.
Yeah.
Like Poatan was hurt, and he's kind of making excuses, and then now he gets beat. Now he's like, oh, I was hurt, but he was talking a little too much shit to then lose like that, and then be like, oh, I was hurt.
I think the most fascinating aspect of all of this was everybody just not blaming Ankalaev, at least on Twitter, but Ali Abdelaziz is catching all
the shit on his behalf.
And we'll obviously get to Yuri, but Yuri was very mad. He said he was going to go up to Ankalaev, and then his team was like, that's not what Ankalaev's saying.
Yeah.
It's Ali running his Twitter, and Yuri mentioned that in a few interviews. It seems like there's this pushback against Ali on Twitter right now. Obviously, he's always had haters, but I think that's one of the biggest takeaways of the weekend. Obviously, Poatan, amazing, getting his belt back. Yuri and Roundtree with one of the best fights we've seen. And then Ali Abdelaziz getting killed on Twitter. And then, unfortunately, our guy, Patchy Mix, McDonald's, fries in the bag, Photoshop edits.
Yeah, they're making a lot of those. I saw that.
That was that's a tough one to go from 6 months ago. I'm going to win the belt.
Yeah.
To you can't even...
0-2.
The KSW champ.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you notice it so much, and I guess in Bellator, there just wasn't enough of array of, if you think about all the top guys at Bellator at 135 at the time, I guess Pettis is the only one that you would say is a really good striker, but he had such an disadvantage on the ground. You have the Magomedovs and Rafion Stotts. None of these guys were able to make you realize, holy shit, he doesn't move his head at all. You notice both fights, the big factor, he just keeps his head right there. It's there to be hit. He constantly was getting hit. But I think the thing with him is you throw him in there with a striker, I think a real power punch is going to knock him out. He fought two guys who are not Batista's not a power puncher.
Yeah.
Neither is Wake Les, or however you say his name. I'm sure I just butchered the hell out of it. Like I just watching it. I was like, yeah, he just looks bad.
Yeah.
Like he just is not.
I was
on this
rooting
level.
for him hard. I texted you guys before the fight. I wanted him to get a finish. I wanted him to have like an I've arrived performance, but it wasn't that at all.
It was not that.
How about Yuri like almost crying when Poatan won that?
thought he
clip
did.
was amazing. I basically was, I guess.
That man is.
You can't predict.
I
what
think
he's
he's one of the
next.
greatest martial artists in the history of the world.
He's perfect for just martial arts. He's
Beyond,
I want him to get the ponytail back. That
Yeah.
was such a good
beyond
look.
MMA, beyond what it's turned into in front of the gladiators, in front of millions of people, not just the Coliseum. He is, and he appreciates the art of it.
Oh,
It is
yes.
art in his mind. There is not a lot. There's people out there that we know that are amazing fighters that know, hey, I'm fighting. This is my job. I do this really well. I understand how hard it is, and I think it's an art. But Yuri looks at it like some people look at a Van Gogh
I was
painting.
gonna say it was like he heard like Beethoven in his head while he was watching that knockout.
Well, he did explain it. He basically just said it was like this euphoric moment of like, I'm gonna get it like a shot to make right on Poatan. Like I said, just like that's what he said. He was like, it was the realization of like, I just won this big fight / like, oh my God, like I'm very likely gonna get another chance to like right the wrongs and like right the mistakes I made in the past, like losing those 2 fights
So
the way he did.
what do you think the chances are that he's next? And then also, what do you think the chances are that he ever fights Poatan again?
I think the chances of next are higher because now there's all this smoke about Poatan just going right up, and he wants the John Jones fight.
I don't like that talk.
And he like I could see them doing the John Jones fight
At the White House?
maybe. I could see it probably being another card, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
It just seems like he wants it so bad, and I think he's put himself in a spot where Dana kind of even hinted a little bit where he's kind of like he kind of left it up like if this is what he really wants, like he'd probably give it to him. But it's a strange like it's fascinating.
Jones wants it too.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously Jones wants it because he's like if he takes him down, it's over.
Yeah.
And he probably will take him down.
Yeah.
Poatan,
You don't think they're gonna give it to Holberg?
No. I think, but no, what I think
Like if he stays there
no, if he stays, I think Yuri gets it.
over Holberg?
Kinda.
I think because it's a
no,
fresh name. Like,
no, I was agreed more with you, but it's so tough, like where that Yuri is such like great wins, and he's such an exciting fighter
yeah.
that I think he almost like his third trilogy in a fight that he's got knocked out twice. I think you could sell it more than most. He's just such a bigger name than Holberg too. I don't think it's definite. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked at all if Holberg
I
got
thought
it.
they would do Holberg first. I do think Poatan would beat him, and then they would do Yuri right after.
See, I honestly think right now, if you like gun to head and made me choose, I think Poatan's gonna get like a heavyweight fight.
Wow.
And I think if they do Holberg Yuri vacant, which is still like an incredible fight, and still a fight that like I mean, like 2 strikers, someone's probably gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
I you know like Poatan has shown enough like that the aesthetic and just the lead up to the John Jones fight would be incredibly exciting. As an Aspinall fan, it would be fucking annoying, but I think it would even further show how much he was ducking Aspinall. And I truly believe after that fight that if Jones wins, he still doesn't fight Aspinall, he just leaves.
Yep.
And I think if Poatan wins, I actually think he would fight Aspinall. I respect Poatan's like willingness to step up and fight whoever, whenever kind of thing. I think Poatan would fight him, even though he would be at a big disadvantage.
I think you would fight him now if they were like, hey, the Jones thing isn't going to happen, but if you want to go up to heavyweight and challenge for a 3rd title, would you fight him right now? I think he would.
I think he would too, but I think if they did that, he'd be more likely to just be like, you know what, I'll defend 205 one more time.
True.
I don't think it's definite. I just think the Jones legacy fight would be like, it's such a big, like, if he beats Jones, people would imagine he knocked out Jones. People would start being like, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
people already say crazy shit like that. But if he did that, then there's like a holy shit. Like he got like the best win in like MMA history.
He knocked out John Jones. I think it would be the greatest moment in the history of the UFC.
That's what I'm saying.
McGregor,
it'd be
Aldo.
amazing.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
Like, but this is obviously a
Huge
And-
hypothetical, of course.
Yeah.
It's a huge fiction, but you never know.
The aspect I'm most interested in is Dana's willingness, because in the post presser, he was pretty much like, I still think there's fights here at 205. And also he's trying to keep the 205 division still active. Obviously, if you just do a Yuri Olberg vacant, it would still draw a lot of buzz, really good fight. But man, it would be, I would love to see him fight Olberg and then fight Yuri one more time. But also he is getting a little bit older. He also said he finally had some time in between fights this time to heal. It's going to be interesting to see if he really wants to stay as active as he once was, because he was fighting as much as almost as much as Volk was.
And
like
you can't
Volk
keep that up at his age, I don't think.
But I think he wants to fight for another few years. So that's 2 fights. Maybe those are the 2 fights in 2026.
Yeah.
And then you see what heavyweight looks like in 2027. But maybe he just wants the money. If the money's there, good for him. I mean, he's given us, what a run. I tweeted it out
a couple years
on Spinning Backfist, but it's maybe the greatest signing in the history of sports.
In sports in general.
Yeah, I can't think of like who else has that good of a signing. Maybe like some of these MLB teams who signed these players when they were like 15 in the Dominican Republic. But they signed a guy. I mean, thank you, Izzy. Izzy, like
that's right. It's the domino butterfly. Whatever you say. Like if Izzy never does MMA, Poatan, I feel like probably doesn't either.
I think if he never does that interview,
he chased him.
Like he's gonna one day he'll be in a bar saying, "I beat that guy."
Yeah.
He created a monster.
He did.
He really did. Izzy
created
a monster.
I was still am such a big Izzy guy that the first few Poatan fights, I was very anti-Poatan. I was like, fuck this guy chasing Izzy.
I believe we were all there his first one.
We were.
It was he knocked out that Michaelis, whatever his name was, at the Garden.
Yeah.
That knee.
Yeah.
Michaelis won the first round.
Great debut.
He grappled him a little bit in the first round and then just got smoked with that big.
Poor Strickland tried to strike with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strickland got married. Congrats to Sean Strickland.
Yes, he was shooting guns. Nino was there
into the canyons. Yeah.
Aljo got married too in Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
There was a bunch of fighters. There was a bunch of fighters there. Like Jamal Hill was there.
Yeah.
Marab.
Yeah, Marab's obvious. Marab's probably
after partying the entire night. Did you see the videos? He was out in Vegas at his after party till like 6 a.m.
Who, Marab?
Yeah. And then he was at the wedding the next
Good for him.
The White House card will be on Donald Trump's birthday, which I find very
It's hysterical.
It's like he's throwing himself like a barbecue in the front yard.
We went from July 4th to I think like June 28th, like 27, 26, whatever he said.
Like, you know what? What if it's just my birthday?
And then I think Trump said, you know what? We're putting on my birthday.
Yeah.
Like, what an outrageous. And I think
he doesn't have a bouncy house. He has an octagon.
Just amazing.
Shit.
And then I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, Robbie. Ev and I were here. The Dana White Contender Series fight.
I didn't watch it live, but
the vlog did Marinetti was the other guys.
Marinetti.
Truly like one of the best fights I've ever watched.
They put it on the UFC channel.
I saw that this morning.
Greatest MMA fight ever.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, it's the caption.
We said that on Spinning Backfist. I was being a bit facetious because obviously it was Dana White Contender Series, but I think it has a clear case for fight of the year outside of like Joshua Van, Brandon Royval. I don't know if there's a better fight. I know it's technically not UFC, but it was close.
It matters. Yeah, it was UFC branded at least. Like people will look at the Uriah Hall spinning knockout from The Ultimate Fighter, call that one of the best knockouts ever. It's the same thing in my eyes. Like this fight, it could be one of the greatest fights ever, even though it's not UFC.
And I thought it was going to get stopped. Like Vlogden had a bad cut over his eye. That I was shocked they didn't stop. Me and Jack will look at each other like this fight's over. They're going to stop.
That cut was insane.
Where it was placed, how deep and big it was. Pause. I mean, it just was like it was crazy. Then he fought well too.
Both got
he just had no gas.
Both got a bonus.
He just was smaller. I think the size just kind of ended up catching up to him. Even though he dropped him in the first round. Like he won the first round in all 3 scorecards.
Yeah.
And then he just was eating too many shots. I think he was too like defensively not sound.
Contender fight better than Yuri Khalil? Yeah, probably. It was
yes, because I think the first 2 rounds of Yuri Khalil, not to say they were bad. Round 2
was awesome.
won them, but Yuri turned it on a little bit in the second round.
Yeah,
But the third round of that
was incredible.
The 2 minutes where it felt like Roundtree was going to die every second,
Yeah.
but kept and then sometimes throwing back. That shot of looking at Roundtree when he was on the ground is one of the craziest shots I think I've seen in the past few years.
Yeah,
because he was just looking up. It almost looked like it was a movie shot of a dying character.
He looked like
I'm glad he's okay, but and then also we have to shout out John Pork. The GOAT. I mean, he may be the new GOAT.
What he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. Don't call him John Pork.
No John Pork. Chenko.
That fight, honestly, that I saw someone comment and it was so true. That fight had the feel of like the Billy Q Shane Burgos post Gaethje Chandler.
Yeah.
Where it was like you had almost two good of fights like right next to each other, and you couldn't even
shine.
Like it took away from how good that fight was. What was the guy's name? Caldas, or how do you say it? That dude has a chin of steel.
Yeah. I can't believe
he got hit with so many clean shots. He finally got like dropped sort of at the end, like a little bit, but he was almost like a flash. But he got hit clean so many. I think they said John Chenko. He set a record.
He did
in the history. It would have been the history of the UFC for lightweight strikes in a fight.
And
insane.
And
he got dropped in the first round.
Yeah.
The Muay Thai guys loved him. They were just like, this is what Muay Thai really is supposed to look like. And I mean, you'll see, people will see his face. He's in the Habib camp. And people are going to look at him and say, oh, it's another boring look. It's Chenko. Yeah. But he's going to be one of the more entertaining fighters to watch in the UFC.
I actually noticed there was a point, I want to say it was the second round, where he ended up getting on top. And you saw he like got up because I think literally the Dana White Contender Series thing went on. It's like you're going to get a win, but you're not going to get a contract like this. When I think he could have clearly out grappled the guy. I think he had a clear advantage, and he gave it up to strike because he knew I'm not going to get a contract that way.
And that was
just smart on him because
5 minutes after getting dropped.
Yeah, I was smart on him because doing that I think really did get him the contract.
John Pork is good. Obviously,
John Pork is good. Admittedly,
it's really tough. It's
the
really
quickest
tough
way to be locked in is John Pork.
That's what I said. I was like, in America, that's like you say that in the neighborhood, like that's your name forever.
John Pork is his name.
It's
tough because he can't really embrace it because Pork is obviously not allowed.
I was thinking, is that why he actually really doesn't?
I think that's why he doesn't like it. But Islam definitely says John Pork in that clip.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He goes to Dimitri, this is John Pork.
How about Habib sending out a warning to the Dagestani fighters? Like,
what did he say?
He basically said, step up, you got to lock in.
I like that. I think he's almost saying like we can't rest on our laurels. He's almost like a And also, are there? Well, I guess technically there's no. Is there no Dagestani champs right now? Because Islam.
I guess technically Islam vacating. I guess that's true. Yeah,
that's probably the first time in what? Is that the first time in
a while?
Yeah.
Because Islam got it or I guess since Charles, but did anybody hold it when Charles held the lightweight belt?
No, I don't. So
I guess probably since Charles.
Let me see if I could find this statement. I think he put it on his. Oh, I don't think I'm blocked on his Instagram. I just realized that. I forgot about that. I can pull it up on a incognito tab.
Shamil Gaziev, he's next to get the belt.
He's fighting soon.
He's
fighting Spivak, right?
Yeah. I don't count Hamzat as Dagestani. He's more Chechen. I know it's very similar, but he's not like that Dagestani crew. Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's not in the camp. It never has been really at all.
Any more news we want to get into before we get into UFC Rio?
No.
PFL card was.
Oh yeah.
Was something.
Yeah. Paul Hughes.
I don't know what you do if you're Paul Hughes. Yeah. I don't know how you I don't know. It's just like not. This fight was a little different because I feel like this one it genuinely was a coin flip, but like when they make you fight over there, he literally was fighting a stacked deck. Like it was
50-45,
and you saw the cards the whole event.
Yeah,
like he wasn't getting a win unless he knocked him out cold.
And then the cards they presented to the public were wrong like twice before we got the actual card.
I mean, there was a 50-45. Like he clearly won 2 of the rounds, in my opinion.
Yeah.
2 and 5. I thought he had an argument for 3 as well. Also, numerous points should have been taken from Usman. He had egregious fouls. I mean, I have no problem saying this. Keith Peterson, like they got him. No nonsense, Keith Peterson. Keith Peterson, all nonsense, Keith Peterson. More nonsense than anyone I've ever seen.
They got him. They got him.
They got him.
Like the shit that he was doing, it was like making me upset. Like I didn't even like a bet. It was like this is just it's like not fair.
Yeah.
Like if you're Paul Hughes, like I don't know how you can fight in the PFL again after that.
He put out a statement.
Can he get it out of his contract?
No, because he resigned.
Yeah.
Like if I'm him, I'm trying to I'm going like legislature. Like I'm trying to be like this is ridiculous. What
Supreme Court?
Like I can't win. Like I can't. Like I have literally stacked against me.
Yeah.
When I fight a Russian guy in Russia, or like if on that side of the world, not in Russia, you know what I mean? It's like it was
close to Russia.
Like a 50-45 card was shameless.
Yeah.
It was truly shameless.
Insane.
It's sad. It upset me from like a fan of the sport.
Yeah.
Like the integrity of the sport
like,
on that
from
card.
A Teddy Atlas level.
If you were Brazilian on that card or just basically not like Dagestani or like Muslim, you had to get a knockout or submission, or you weren't going to win.
Except unless you were Corey Anderson, you had to legitimately kill him.
Yeah, you had to make it so one-sided that it was like not even.
No, that was a shame of a card. I thought Paul fought pretty well.
Definitely.
It was a coin flip fight. Truly a coin flip fight.
John McCarthy's returning to
reffing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that this morning.
I didn't see that.
He announced it.
Huh.
He has a pretty big podcast.
He said he was leaving the pod, right?
He has to leave the pod.
You have to, yeah.
And then McGregor has an 18-month suspension, but it doesn't really matter because it's
retroactive. I didn't even realize that when I first saw it, but yeah.
It's over in March. Like the only fight that we would really see him is White House.
I blogged like it's a drug suspension, but not what you would think. He didn't fail a drug test. He was just incognito. He hit the incognito mode for testing periods.
They couldn't find him on international water.
Couldn't find him. Yeah.
He was on his Bugatti yacht.
Tough.
It's really, he needs to just like be locked in for like 3 months and he can fight. I don't know how well he'll fight, but if he can just be locked in from like April, May, June.
Wait, what's Eddie Hearn talk? Oh, he's talking mad shit on Dana White and Zuffa. I guess that is a big rivalry that's going to happen.
Yeah, he was on Helwani yesterday, Eddie Hearn, and he was just like kind of talking about, you know, Dana White wasn't the real promoter of that. I think it was more Turkey. And again,
oh yeah.
Poking the war. I think Eddie Hearn also views this as good for business, which it is.
100%.
He was also leveraging. He was saying, or I can't remember if Ariel just asked him, but his contract with the Zone I think is up like either end of this year or next year.
Eddie Hearn's.
Yeah, it was either 2025 or 2026.
Oh yeah, thank you, Abraham. Wellmaker first, Sari Cedi.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be a good fight.
Dude, that's a good card. Really,
I don't mind Sari Cedi at all. I think he's actually pretty good.
I think it's a good test for him.
Yeah, it's a next step up.
Like going into obviously like it wasn't. They wanted to just get him on the Matinho.
Yeah.
Like it was. They did what they could to get him on the card. I don't fault. Like he was the sicko that took it.
We'll hopefully have some in-person interviews that week as well. I already was talking a little bit to someone at the UFC.
Would love to get Wellmaker
bring some people in. Yeah,
whoever we get in, that'd be incredible.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that's coming up. I was thinking about it recently. It's in a month. It always sneaks up after football starts. It's the
I'm pretty sure it's day of Ohio State, Michigan, I believe, or maybe Ohio State, Michigan might be the next week.
Vince said
I think
Bobby
it's 2 weekends before. Because
Ohio is it the 22nd or is it the 5th?
15th,
Oh, it's the 15th.
16th.
Oh, Qatar is the 22nd. That's right.
That's what. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Vince said, "Why is the Smashing Machine getting a lot of hate? Was it not good?" I think it is good. It's just tough because Mark Kerr's story isn't like extravagant over the top. I think people are going in and expecting it to be something it's not.
Like the wrestling movie
Foxcatcher.
No, they're thinking it's
Iron Claw.
Oh, Iron Claw. Yeah, like it's not quite that. Like The Rock's performance is better than the movie itself. I still think it's a very good movie.
I was planning on going to see it next week, so I think they should have told more of Mark Kerr's like story. That what it sounds like is the way people describe that. It kind of just starts with him like fighting already.
Yes.
Like I feel like they should have went more into this was an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah. They don't get
who was kind of the first
all.
of his kind.
Yeah.
Who like pioneered into what they like just fighting like no holds barred.
Yeah.
I feel like that from what it sounds like. I'm going to see it myself, but that's what people kind of
they don't go into
knowing the story and seeing what people say. I feel like they should have went more into like that realm, and then maybe would have made the movie too long.
Yeah, it's more about the relationship with the wife.
Fair. I mean, yeah, everyone says The Rock and Emily Blunt were fantastic.
Yeah.
That seems to be pretty unanimous across the board.
They were great.
The photo of Emily
Ryan
Blunt,
Bader is too.
the photo of Emily Blunt with that not KSW. Wait, no, I think it is KSW fighter. That looked
Oh
like
yeah,
Patty,
yeah.
Patty the Batty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Patty Duplessis.
Yeah, Patty. That kid, I can't wait. That guy needs to be in the UFC tomorrow.
He does.
That's a guy that you show and how he fights to one of your friends, and he becomes like an instant legend.
I mean, they signed Michel Pereira like the second they saw a video of him doing backflips. I really thought they were going to sign that guy off just the look of him alone.
He has another fight in November coming up. He was mad at KSW though recently. After he won, he went on stage in his presser. He's like, "Fuck this place. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get respect from this company." It was one of those things.
All right, you want to get into this card?
Yeah, 100%.
Good card.
UFC
Solid
Rio,
card.
yes.
That clip of Charles Oliveira coming down.
Oh, in the elevator.
then it finally
standing
and
there.
then them yelling at Gamrot. It feels like a true Brazil fight week.
Yeah,
The first time in a while.
Agreed. That video is awesome. I've been in those elevators too, when you're looking down, you're like, this is fucking cool. I can't imagine how that feels when you've got a crowd of people just all cameras up, looking at you like you're God. It was awesome.
It kind of is in
Yeah.
Brazil.
17-0 in Brazil.
We've got Luque-Alvarez 0-2 versus Simon Oliveira kicking off the card. 4:15 p.m. start time. Lacerda -250 in this fight.
Simon Oliveira is bad.
Yeah,
like he's just not a very good. I don't think he's really.
He's
UFC
0-3.
It's like he's not UFC level. I don't think he's.
This is one of those fights that is like you can't even pick a guy because you don't expect him. Like you expect that guy to lose. I expect both these guys to lose on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Find a way to be like a draw and like a groin kick.
Yeah.
It's one that's not like excited to pick. I think Lacerda will probably win, but I'm not like laying -250 on Lacerda. I don't. Yeah, I'm not high on him like that.
Yeah, I'll pick. I'm the same with Ev. I'm not betting this fight. I was considering an under, but then I was like, but I don't expect either of these guys to get a finish. So it's like it's tough. But yeah, could be a decent like wild fire fest of sorts.
Do you feel the same way about next fight, Carolina Kowalkiewicz versus Julia Polastri?
I think Polastri just runs through.
I know,
Carolina.
but it's like you're not going to lay -470.
I think she may be worth it. I'm thinking inside the distance.
470.
I think
parlay piece. I think
under 2.5.
Kowalkiewicz was talking about retirement after her last fight too.
I know, and I think Julia Polastri is going to retire her.
Yeah.
In the fight too.
Yeah, I think she can get a finish. So
under 2.5.
Like just talk. Yeah, just the way I was gonna bring that up. Her talk about retirement. Like that's just I don't know. That's usually a bad sign.
And
old fighter, kind of like you're going out here. Like I think there's just a level of like when you have that 1 foot out the door, it's that you can't get to that place. Like I feel like you need to get to like dig deep against a younger, probably better striker too.
Yeah.
Polastri +330 inside the distance is a little bit better than +310 under 2.5, and you have the last 2.5 minutes, which could be quite important here. So I think I'll probably end up doing that instead of the under 2.5. Great fight coming up here.
Yeah, Valter Walker versus Muhammad Usman. Walker -310, and maybe influenced by the lock screen. The lock screen's amazing. He's got Muhammad Usman as his background, and he just wants to look at it every time. He
see that mug every time you
see the guy that's coming after his family, trying to take food out of his kids' mouths.
Does he do the unthinkable? 4 heel hooks in a row? Does he do it? I have to imagine it's never been done in UFC history.
No chance.
Probably all 3 probably hadn't been done.
Yeah.
If he does it again,
a heel hook. If he gets another
it's
heel hook.
I think it's
the most impressive thing ever done in the UFC.
I think you could make an argument it's the most improbable run in the history of the UFC.
Yeah.
That being said, I think I kind of like him by decision here.
I actually don't hate Cameron Jenkins said by KO. If you remember the Kennedy fight, he hurt him and then went for a takedown. Like he clipped him on the feet pretty bad. And I don't think Usman's very good at all. Like
KO,
Like, and that number when that stood out when he said KO 450, I was like, that's intriguing to me.
DraftKings has these interesting like either ors. Valter Walker KO or decision +120. I kind of like.
Ooh, yeah.
So he just
also Also, he is minus 110 by finish.
I like that. And
if you're
into
you want to go
the heel hook streak.
And Usman has one of those necks that I know he's been doing these heel hooks, but like Usman's neck is not one you can really see.
Yeah, he's not getting choked out like that.
Got a thick neck, big guy.
Lucas-Rocha versus Stuart Nicoll in the next fight. Almost a pick 'em. Rocha's minus 118. Nicoll is minus 102.
It's a good fight. I like the fight.
I like this fight too. I don't have a bet on it, but I've been looking at this one. I true 50-50 fight.
Talk about evenly matched on Tapology. Rocha is 46th ranked flyweight. Nicoll is 45th. They're right there.
Nicoll tough because he's an Australian guy, had a lot of hype, and then it was Aguilar, I think it was, went in like tapped him out in the first like round or two. Rocha I think is not bad. I think it's I was gonna say fight doesn't go the distance, it's pretty juiced, but I feel like I think this is gonna be like a fun fight, like an action fight.
I think Abraham mentioned it in the chat. Every single fight on this card has a Brazilian in it, which is pretty awesome.
That's good. That's good.
That.
It's been a while.
That's how it should be.
Been able to do that. Yeah.
Some of the fights fell through, but what they were doing for the France card, it was like France versus Brazil. There were so many.
That was all.
There were some that fell through, but it was still pretty cool.
Yeah. Irina-Alekseeva versus Beatriz Mesquita.
This is the Russian Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Yeah. She's gonna get finished.
Yeah,
she's plus 425.
Yeah, I think she's gonna murder.
I think you low key are safe with minus 500 on Beatrice. Irina is not good. She's not good at MMA. She's not good at fighting. She could beat me up, but that doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking.
You don't got to be good to beat.
We're betting. Yeah, we're betting on a UFC fight, and I think she gets finished here.
Yeah, I think she rolls.
You could even do a woman's finish parlay to win by on the DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm gonna do it really quick. Minus 185 with Beatrice. Great name. First girl I ever had a crush on. Bia. She's married now.
Shout out to her.
Bia Lynch. Bia Lynch. She is married now, but not long. But
maybe she'll get divorced.
We don't wish that.
She's very. I think she's like a doctor. She's like very smart.
Good for her.
Wow.
The parlay on this bad boy is plus 562 for Polastri to win by finish and Beatrice to win by finish. So, yeah. And also Cameron Junkin, great point. Stuart Nichols, wrestling's elite. So that should be a good fight. There's going to be chances for finishes there, but yeah, I think Beatrice gets it done here.
Then we've got Victor Petrino, right? Vitor Petrino versus Thomas Petersen. Petrino minus 298, Petersen plus 240.
This is such a funny matchup in that, like, this is what Petrino like went up to heavyweight for.
Yeah,
to fight just like bigger, less athletic guys, like slower guys. But see, he got what's his name, football guy, Austin Lane, this first heavyweight fight. It's just such a mismatch on the mat. Like, you're able to take him down, submit him. I'm pretty sure he finished him with a rear naked choke. I'm intrigued by this because Petersen, I think, is definitely more well-rounded. He's a true he's a true MMA guy. He's not like a football player that went to MMA because he couldn't make it in the NFL. But I think Petrino is still going to be like what he's looking for at the heavyweight division. Like, he's going to be pretty much as big, but he's going to be more athletic. I think he hits harder too, to be honest. I think Petrino wins. I don't know. Petersen, I think, like, can he use the size to his advantage? Like, I think it's possible. I lean Petrino. I'm not like crazy about it. I think he probably wins. I just think he's got a little more to, like I said, just the speed and just the power, I think might be a little too much.
Yeah, I just think Petrino may be better everywhere here. I think he's just more athletic. I don't know if I'm going to lay it, but I was thinking about Petersen earlier in the week, but I just think it's going to be too much for him. That being said, I mean, I guess he stuffs enough takedowns and then keeps it on the feet. It could be a close fight, but also in Brazil, this is a really tough matchup for him. I think Vitor's actually pretty damn good. I know, like, if he didn't get choked out by Smith, I think we look at him a lot different.
He had a weird run of that loss, and then like he just gets randomly like shadow round by Jacoby in the third round.
Yeah,
in a fight that he was probably winning.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd get a submission here? The thing is, Lane was such a fish on the mat. Like, Peterson, I don't think is that guy. Also, talk like hard to choke out like big guys.
Yeah.
I think Peterson would fall into that
Plus
category
550.
as well. That's why I kind of thought like I could see even a club and sub or like, but at the same time, I guess in heavyweights, like
It's
they're
tough.
usually just gonna try to hammer away, pause. But Petrino's minus 110 by finish. So if you want to like cut the juice off,
Yeah.
I feel like there's not that he couldn't win a decision. Peterson, I'm pretty sure went the decision a few times, but I could definitely see a knockout or a submission from Petrino.
Then Rafael Fialho versus Clayton Carpenter. Fialho plus 102, Clayton Carpenter minus 122. Kind of like Fialho there.
I think this is a great match.
Great
I think this
fight.
is
Yeah.
good matchmaking. I lean Carpenter. I thought Carpenter had a really good showing against Saeed. Or that's who he fought, right? It was Saeed he
I
fought.
think it was, right? That sounds right to me.
I could have sworn. I think he lost like a pretty close fight.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Ulan Bankov.
Ulanbekov. Sorry, I got the
Year.
I got the Russians mixed up.
Yeah.
I apologize. But I thought he had a very good showing against Ulanbekov. I thought he fought very well, very competitively in that fight. Filo's always tough. He's just dangerous. Like
Yeah.
he bent fucking Makaev's knee sideways
Yeah.
and somehow survived it. I think Filo is good, but yeah, I lean Carpenter. I think Carpenter's has enough to get it done. I think he's slightly more well-rounded, where I think Filo really like depends on his on his jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
I think Carpenter just has a little more like he has the wrestling, he can strike.
Yeah, Carpenter's really damn good. I don't know what to do here. I've been interested in Filau, but I think this could really just be a close fight. And it's going to decision. And
That's also when you worried it being in Brazil.
Yeah.
That's like kind of
Yeah.
that's a bit definitely like factored into my hesitation.
that's why I've considered Filau a little bit. Carpenter's really good though. And he's just a really well-rounded fighter in my opinion.
That's Ulanbekov. He really impressed me.
Uh-huh.
That was a good performance.
And then on to the main card at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Lucas Almeida versus Michael-Aswell. Aswell minus 155. Almeida plus 130.
There's gonna be a banger on the feet. So.
Another banger and another one where I feel like I kind of like the dog.
This is so tough because I kind of lean Aswell just because I think he's just a grinder. Like I think he has a really good chin. Almeida doesn't have a good chin. That's the pause I have on Almeida. But Almeida's also very explosive as well. Like definitely can land big shots. He's definitely live for a knockout. But I think Aswell's just he showed it in he fought Oki, right?
Yep.
Really good fight. He was a massive underdog, like plus like 550. It was very competitive. He also was the one who he lost to Bogdan Grad, a Contender Series.
Yep.
And like that was another one of those, like just a war, like one of the better Contender Series fights probably ever. I lean another one where like I lean Aswell. Like I think he's just more durable. And I think he could find a shot. Almeida. I could see Almeida kind of gassing out a little bit. I remember he did have that knockout in the third round against Trezino, Mike Trezino, or how do you say Trezano?
Trezano, yeah.
Trezano. But Trezano also hurt him really, really bad early, kind of fumbled it, and then just got clipped. But yeah, as long-winded, I lean Aswell. But just super like fun fight.
And under 2.5 plus 135.
I don't hate that either.
That's what I've been targeting. But a truly could be a banger.
Like this could be fight. I wouldn't be shocked if it was fight of the night.
Yeah.
This is, and you don't love unders at featherweight because they're just like they don't have as much power. But both these guys throw bombs. They really stay in the pocket, and this is a fight that I've been considering the under all week.
I like that read.
Ricardo Ramos versus Con-Ofli. Ofli plus 164. Ramos minus 198. Kind of like Ramos there.
This is another kind of. I agree. He's just fought such better competition.
Yeah.
And Ofli's a little bit like if he can't take you down, he's kind of lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least what I've seen from him in the past. He was an Ultimate Fighter. He was kind of like that. He's been a little bit like that since then too. Yeah, I think Ramos probably gets it done.
Both these guys I've never had a good read on, which usually dictates to me just sit out, watch the fight. I agree with what you're saying.
'Cause I think he could take Ramos down. I don't think
Yeah.
that's like the craziest thing.
But I do agree with you. If you're telling me Ofli can't get the takedowns going, this is a fight that is Ramos.
Ramos probably
all day.
finishes him, I think, honestly, if he can't.
Then Diniz versus Pinto.
Pretty good fight.
Honestly, really good.
It is a
I
good
like
fight.
this fight.
Diniz a little more experienced. Pinto on a undefeated. He's 10-0, I think. Pinto plus 114. Diniz minus 135. The under 1.5 is plus 190.
I kind of really like Diniz here. I don't know why.
He's durable. He's went the distance a bunch.
Seems pretty good.
Like I think he's definitely fought better guys like so far.
Yeah.
Like even Hines, like that was a weird fight. Like Hines took on short notice. Now he's suspended for steroids.
Also,
We were there. There was the Vegas. It was the Ilya Charles card.
Hines just has a you want to talk about a stupid chin. Diniz was landing was just dominating the whole fight. I know Hines did get some takedowns going, but it wasn't really anything special. I think Pinto. I mean, I know we're thinking so much about his fight against the other football player, played for the Jaguars,
Lane,
and Lane won the first round, and then Pinto found a knockout. But I don't know if he's going to be able to find that here against Diniz. And minus 135, I may be willing to pay to find out, because I think in a striker fight, and I know Austin Lane, in theory, isn't that bad of a fighter because he's long, and he's not that bad. But I mean, Pinto didn't look great there. But that was first fight jitters, all of that.
Lane's just been he's been finished by everyone.
Yeah,
and a lot of them not unranked heavyweights have just ran through him.
I really think Diniz can present some real issues here for Pinto. He's fighting at home, and I'm willing to find out if he dies, he dies. I think Pinto's one of those guys, if he finds that overhand right and finishes him, then so be it. But minus 135 is my
There's any chance Diniz would go for a takedown here?
I think it's possible.
Because Pinto's definitely longer, taller, longer.
Less experienced.
I think Diniz is more well-rounded. I like the pick. I like Diniz as well.
Also, we're talking about a guy that's been in there with Marcin Tybura. And I know he lost it, but it wasn't a complete and utter.
No,
he had moments there
for sure.
Pinto's only fighting the UFC, and he's from Portugal. It's not like he was on an amazing promotion. Pinto's only win the UFCs against Austin Lane. I
remember even if you watch the guy he fought in Contender Series was
bad.
Not a good win.
So I like Diniz. I think he's a pretty damn good fighter.
Then just an unfortunate matchup here: Vicente Luque versus Joel Alvarez.
Yeah.
Alvarez minus 550. Wasn't supposed to be the fight. Alvarez was a fill-in for Ponzinibbio, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the perfect old guy.
Yeah.
Banger.
Just tough for Jersey guy.
This line's kind of getting out of control.
Nah. What I've seen from Luque recently, he just looks like he got Garimbo. I think that was a levels.
Yeah.
And then you saw Holland just ran through him kind of. I just think the youth, the athleticism, the well-roundedness.
You know what's crazy?
The killer instinct. He's probably not that much younger.
33 and 32 in this fight.
Yeah.
I was fight old.
That.
I saw it. That is true.
Luque's fight old. The guy, after the Jeff Neal, he had the brain.
No, you're right.
He's
under
taking
1.5 minus
shots.
145.
And Alvarez is such a finisher. He's so opportunistic. He's so aggressive.
Finish him in the first round, I think.
Sub or knockout.
Never
I think
had
alive.
A fight that's gone to decision. I don't think.
I think you're right.
I think Alvarez he's lost inside the distance.
Sarukian finished him.
That's a wrap for Luque. I'm sorry, Jersey guy.
I just look at this Luque and I'm thinking, if he just keeps on the feet and doesn't die, this fight's going to be close. I think he can do a lot, but
you're asking a lot of him to not die.
But
it's a plus 410 underdog, you know.
I don't.
Yeah.
Luque's he's tough, but he's one of those guys where he adds such a good chin, and then I think it's you can see it gradually. He's been in a lot of wars, taken a lot of damage.
And
the Wonder Boy, the Wonder Boy fight. Oh my God, so many. Jeff Neal,
and we're talking
Holland clipped him.
The Wonder Boy fight was the NMF title.
Yeah.
Nicest motherfucker.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah,
Joel,
I really like. This is also. It will be nice to see Joel on the scale. I know he's going up, but
if he looks big, oh my, he might be dangerous.
I I saw a tweet.
If he like how I go off the somebody asked in the chat who just asked it. So or Vince Dykes, like how like he gets a big win here, Alvarez. Like he gets a finish, like we're kind of expecting, or to some degree. Like, what do you like? You think he's got like the chops to get to like top 10, top 5? Like, what kind of like ceiling? Because I think there's a chance. Like, and also he's the kind of guy that Dana loves, and I think
Top
being
10.
at 170, I think he'll have the opportunity to fight a lot more.
Yeah.
And if he's the like a guy who only gets finishes or gets finished, that's Dana White's wet dream. If he could just fight more with the weight, like he could be a star.
See top 10, top 5 would maybe surprise me.
And I think he's also the guy that I think could help Ilya get them to Spain.
Maybe.
Like if he gets a huge win here on a good card, maybe he gets like one, maybe he gets like one more. Then all of a sudden he gets like a top 10 welter. Because I think if he gets this big win here, he could get like a top 15 fight.
Yeah.
He wins that, gets like a top 10 as the co-main, like Spain, if logistics work out. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think he'd be a fun matchup for a lot of guys in the top 10, 15.
Co-main event, Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson minus 325. Do you feel like this is a sure thing fight?
This is the fight I was most like intrigued to talk about with the fellas.
Yeah, because I kind of like Figueiredo plus 260.
I think the problem I have that was like my knee jerk. And then when I thought about it more, like you just the measurables and like the youth factor, like he's like 4, I think he's like 3 or 4, I think 4 years younger. When you just see them in the cage together, they're gonna look like different weight classes. Yeah. And my fear is Figueiredo's path is grappling. I think that's the only way. I would be surprised if he outstruck him. Like I think if it's on the feet, Montel Jackson wins and probably decent chance he knocks him out.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think Figueiredo has potentially a path.
I think he does too.
To grappling and maybe a submission.
Plus 260 seems a little crazy to me.
That's where I was intrigued. Like I wanted to look at his sub.
I just think
his sub
Biggie may be done, man.
He's old,
be.
man. He might
be.
He just got his knee blown out.
Yeah.
And it was against Corey, right?
Yeah, he popped it with the.
And even before his knee popped, I just didn't think he looked great.
He looked a little slow.
He looks a little bit slower. What he depended on so much at 125, I don't think it's been showing at 135. One of the great fighters of this generation, but I think Montel's a guy that is just so explosive. I'm not going to present a bet for you on Montel, but I can't support a bet on Davison. I just think there's so many things that can go wrong for him.
Montel put by knockouts plus 250. If Figueiredo, I really think like my true opinion, if you're going to bet Figueiredo, he's 12-1 by sub. Like I think if he pulled it off, like I feel like that would be the path.
Probably.
Like I just don't see how he wins it on the feet. I don't think he like takes him down and like holds him down positionally for like long periods of time to like grind out a decision when maybe he hits hard. Maybe he could land something on the inside. I don't know, but I think Montel is so much more likely. Like if they're exchanging like that, Montel is going to be the one that lands the big one, I think.
Yeah.
So I guess really in my head, I'm telling you, I think Montel's going to win. And I think he's a parlay piece.
Yeah. I look at Davidson's, what he's done since he's come up. I mean, obviously, so his first was against Rob Font.
Yeah, performed well.
Won
clean.
Cody Garbrandt sub.
Yeah.
He beat Marlon Vera, but Cheeto just didn't really get going in that fight. I thought he looked okay. Good.
He definitely won.
Yeah. Then Jan really made him look silly.
For sure.
Sanhagen made him look silly. Unfortunate knee injury. Now you have an up-and-comer like Montel, who's really athletically just very gifted.
Huge for the weight class.
Throws bombs. I mean, what he
Straight
did.
shots too. I mean,
Blackshear was
honestly that was one of Dominic Cruz had a great he was like, watch out for those like a 1-2 right down the pipe immediately, bang bang.
Yeah,
like cold.
I just think
out cold knock.
It's an unfortunate prediction, but I think Figgy's just kind of done.
It just seems like a changing of the guard a little bit. Listen, like you said, you said it like great. He's one of the best fighters of this past 5-10 years, like easily.
He's given us so, like amazing
a true like
fights.
a 2-time champ, like made a legitimate run at another belt. Like,
yeah.
Had like, I mean, we just talked about some great wins at 135 in the top 10.
Also, I mean, Cameron Jukin's making a great point. This is a quick return from injury. I mean, Montel.
Yeah, that was in what, March? It was the Iowa card, right?
Yeah,
March.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And March and Montel's gonna push him on that knee. Like this isn't a guy that's gonna sit back and do whatever. Montel's not gonna let up, and I think Montel knows this is his spot.
The more and more we talk about it, I'm glad I was excited to talk about it, the more and more I'm like, I think I wouldn't be shocked if he walked in there and just like, don't. Like, just kind of like, I wouldn't be shocked if Montel immediately realized just like, I'm so much bigger, more athletic, like hit harder, like
under 2.5.
I have all these advantages.
Under 2.5 plus 150. That also covers a potential Figgy sub.
I kind of like that. Or like, what's a fight doesn't go being, let me see real quick. Fight doesn't go is plus 115 if you don't want to play with the last 2.5 minutes.
And then
live
main event, Charles Oliveira versus Gamrot. Gamrot minus 118, Oliveira minus 102. Close fight. I don't really know what to do. I feel like it's close coming back for Charles, obviously, after getting fucking flatlined.
I think that's the play here.
You like Gamrot?
No, I think Gamrot by KO is like
really
like I'm not that confident.
Plus 350 by KO.
I'm not that confident in it.
Yeah,
but I'm just like,
and it's way too quick to come back to me.
I agree. That's, to be honest, that's like the only thing giving me like real pause.
I don't think he's going to submit him, and I don't think he's going to do something like Islam did, but I do think there's a chance he gets on top, hurts him, ground and pound finish, or just kind of like not a flash knockout, but something very similar. And I think that doesn't mean that Charles is a worse fighter than him, but this is so quick, man.
But is Gamrot illuminated by God?
No, and
he's undefeated
in Brazil. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I bet it, I'm betting Gamrot by KO, but it's like going to be just a whatever bet. I don't know what to do with this. I don't have.
I'm rooting for Charles for sure.
I see. This is an angle. I kind of like Charles by KO. I agree with everything you're saying.
Maybe fight ends by KO.
I agree. I don't hate that. I agree with everything you're saying. The how badly he got knocked out so soon. If he had a year off, I'm all over Charles.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this is Charles. Like
plus 165 fight.
Because I think the thing with Charles,
love that
Charles is it's by 165 by knockout. I like that. Charles,
5 rounds too.
Yeah. Charles is a better striker and he hits much harder.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, like, even it gives me kind of a vibe. Like, I feel a little bit of the vibe I felt when he fought Dariush.
Okay.
And
I remember, and maybe it's like maybe a gambler going back to a fond memory.
Yeah.
Where I cashed like 575 knockout.
Yep.
And all this, like, because I think he just doesn't get the credit sometimes how good his hands are.
Yeah.
Like, he submitted Gaethje because he fucking smoked him on the feet.
Yep.
Gaethje still to this day says, I guess maybe after Holloway he might have a
hardest hitter.
opinion,
He said,
but he said that was the hardest he's ever been hit. Was that just a straight right from Oliveira?
I think he said post Holloway it was still that.
He might have.
Yeah.
I mean, Oliveira can crack. He doesn't always get the credit for it. I know Dariush, he kind of landed a head kick and then landed a punch that led to like an insane ground and pound punch that just ended it. But I don't know. There's something Charles. He just is. There's something special inside of him that, like, if anyone was going to come back from getting like viciously knocked out, I think he could be the guy. But at the same time, I understand I'm playing into like a little bit of cliches / like, I just think he
100%.
does have aura. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to put some like true logic behind it as well.
I mean, Photon just did that.
It's just like Gamrot's been hurt every time he fights, he gets dropped.
Yep.
And I feel like we could see Charles walk in here illuminated by God, aura, just the vibes and energy of Brazil, and he walks him down and just puts him out.
I think I'm cheering for that.
Yeah,
because that
I think I have to bet. I think I'm gonna have to bet by knockout, like Charles by knockout, and then like protect myself with the by KO.
I like
really
that.
tough fight
because I think if I see Charles get chinned by Gamrot, I'm gonna be so sad.
Brazil,
I'm gonna be so
my
sad.
biggest issue.
So sad.
My biggest issue here is I love the idea of Gamrot, but every time he fights, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea of Gamrot. Like, just and I
Yeah,
think it's
he's-
just Sarukian fight that I'm just like, that guy is one of the best fighters in the fucking world.
Mhm.
But then he goes in there and he just like, it's like, oh my God, he just died. He just died. And then like, obviously he finds his way through it, but sometimes he doesn't. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with Charles. Last time he fought somebody who really had this much power, I think would be Jalen Turner, right?
Dropped him.
This is also
We were there. No, I was. That
there.
was the John Jones gone. But I mean,
Thanos curse watch as well, right? This
Oh
was his
yeah, we
last-
have to. I didn't even.
Yeah.
oh
realize that.
no,
Yeah,
That-
I didn't
that
want
would
to,
upset
but
me.
we got to talk.
This
about that.
is
that would upset
if
me.
this happens, we have official.
If I am sitting up at Saturday at like 8 o'clock at night and I have to live in a world where Charles got laid out flat by Mateusz Gamrot.
Yeah,
Listen,
don't like
I think it's a competitive fight and Gamrot just is somehow able to like hold him down or like whatever. If he tapped him, I'd be sad too. But if he knocked out Charles, I'd be legitimately sad. Quilly, you won't see me for weeks.
Yeah.
Be like just disappear of Charles. God,
And-
there's this vibe I have. It's not the aura.
You convinced me on the vibe.
He called for this.
you're right.
Charles begged. He said, I want to. You think they want to put him on a non-pay-per-view? I
No.
guess pay-per-views are about to be dead.
Yeah,
But he said, I want this fight. I want it now in Rio. Give it to me. I don't
It
lose
was
in
against
Brazil.
Fiziev at first.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I thought that was more dangerous in the sense of like
100%.
testing his chin. But he also got like no one hit like Gamrot doesn't hit like Ilya does. And maybe his chin's just gone. Maybe that punch was so damaging to his chin that he can't come back from it. But
Or maybe that's a really good point. Gamrot doesn't have the touch of death like Ilya does.
No,
because
God,
if he chins him
Nobody
like that, then I'm just like, oh my God, Charles, like it's over, it's all over. If he loses a competitive fight, I'll be like, he's not dead.
Yeah,
But if he gets chinned by Gamrot, who's really never chinned like anyone, at least in the UFC, like that.
would be.
I will say I think Gamrot's striking's not that bad,
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
but I think Charles is better, like you said.
Yeah, he
and
hits
has
harder,
more power.
better. I mean, think we saw an old RDA drop him in the first round.
Yep.
Hooker hurt him multiple times. Turner hurt him.
Yep.
And that was even a sketchy decision. Even people kind of went
Yes.
both ways because he did nothing with the takedowns. He
Yes.
just held him down and
Yeah,
did
yeah.
no damage. So man, yeah, if he can
Jalen
just
Turner, the fact that man's retired.
so talented, dude. I hope
he's doing well.
I hope
he's
he
doing
comes.
well.
I hope he eventually finds that fire again because he's so talented.
But I hope he's doing well.
And he's like, I mean, the Hooker fight and the Moicano fight, like those are those fights that just kind of went the other way, like that he was right there to win both by finish. And man, talented dude.
All right, we'll talk to you after the card.
Poirier was hyping up Gamrot striking. Okay, well, I mean, obviously ATT.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to just before we Charles round 1 KO. I need to know just for my like sanity. Let's see what the round 1 KO plus 1100. Yeah, I think I need at least just a little taste, nothing crazy, but I need to just feel that if he wins. That's one like I'll be jumping around like the room. If he knocks him out,
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
legitimately like jump. I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
physically running around. I don't run from anything, but that would get me on my feet.
All right, thanks for watching.